I'm now going to test the third transfusor. It's the one with 80,000 turns. And I just run it through and see if I can see anything happen. It may break the wire, so it may burn the wire up. So first thing I have to do is consult the meter on, see if everything's happening. And I'm not going to take a video, but a picture of it. It's too complicated. Might do that later. And now I'm going to go to the camera. I've got two cameras now. With a different surfaces. Change. Doesn't change. You can't change it while it's video, so to stop the video. And so light down. Put the light down so it's on the other side. And this is the apparatus over here. Just going to solder on a wire. I don't break it. Solder the wire first, and then I'll do two tests. And one run the pump down. Just solder the wire first. I'll do that without breaking it. Press a boot now. Now, set it out through there. It's worked. Plug the solder up. I'm not by myself. Now the actual recycling tester here is the firing line. It has to be somewhere away from it. They fire it. It's pretty stuck. It just sits. Sorry to do that. You can have the boxes. Don't do that first of all. That's right. Just stick that's so I'm going to get this. First of all, get that one. Does it reach? It reaches actually. It goes on there. That's the electrode. And the other electrode, this is a 400 electrode. That's around here. Does it reach? This is going to reach. That's the electrodes. And on it, and light comes on there. And now I stand away and fire the button. So that happens. Probably nothing. Nothing at all. But that's right. There's a spark. It sparks. It does spark. It's quite a watch, isn't it? Turn it off. It's just here, it's right, it's just there. So I need to stick them away. That's a spark. It's right in there. It's actually sorting out further. There's an overwashing section there, so it's actually sorting dry. It's quite a line, I think. It is actually one. So I need to measure, so let's have a look at the meter. It's actually full scale diffraction of the meter. That's on secondary. So I know what that means, it's just this meter. So turn it off. Now I can't put the oscilloscope on it because it won't reach to here. And I do have a high voltage probe now, but I think I'll pump it down now to see if anything happens. If it starts up, which is unlikely. I've now come to the conclusion it won't start up. And this is oscilloscope, it's not connected. So I'll pump it down now. can't tell the pressure is, but it's wow. Oh, it's a very great technical. Can't tell, it doesn't start up. What does that mean? See if I can check the current. Well, I put 100 amps through the gas from one electrode to the other, according to the measurement, the clamp voltage, and that means the gas was ionised. And I can't see any lights, I can't see any flash because it's hidden inside the tube. And then the circular car did produce a watt, and it's produced current. I can't tell whether the current through the circular car was connected to the gas. So it's how good. It should have been a surprise. 600 amps is actually a bit more than it is, because see, the AC should have been 40 milliamps. That's just what's happened there, I don't know. But again, it's very confusing. I have a look at that meter because it should have, you can see what it says, but it's interesting. We're going to get on 20 amp sitting. So that's ridiculous. It should only have been 40 milliamps. It was only a very short time. So that should have started the reaction. There's a current flowing through the gas, and So I should have started. Should have started. I didn't. And, but annoyed about that. There is actually a short at the bottom there that actually goes through the plastic. So I'll put this off. It's actually quite not a bad connection. It's actually nice. Do that. It's not very good. That fuse doesn't work. That's the fuse to stop it from over voltage, which is probably what it's doing. It's taking the voltage away. So if there's 100 amps through the gas, it's actually that's this. There's actually short time. So that's at least that should work. Very, very safe. Get the 100 amps is ridiculous. 100 amps is ridiculous. So on 200, it says on 200 amps. So that comes the 11 conduction. Actually, very much like that's better. Can't be any splash now. 20 amps is actually. It's a 30. It's with this one. It's 30. It's 30 on there. It's a 20 amp scale. So that's 30 there. That's 300 milliamps. 300 milliamps. 300 milliamps for the gas. And that's only for a very short time. So it's not time to blow the coil at all. But that it hasn't started up. That's low pressure gas, and it's not doing anything. So it's a failure, but I'm getting there. This is the principle, but haven't got the result yet. And use low pressure gas, of course, if it's a room temperature, room pressure. Interesting. I wonder what the device with the neutron blast is. Because they're using deuterium, it's better. It's underarm deuterium. That's what calculations for. Calculations is for deuterium. What the air does, I don't know, that's the idea. So that's the test over. The next test I do was the oscilloscope. And I do that to see the voltage. We can see the actual waveform and the frequency. See the frequency, and we can see if there's a neutron blast. But it's not doing what I expected it to do. And so a nasty skull they put on my face. It's horrible. Fortunately, got off, you know, to turn people against me. That's what it's designed to do. It's designed to turn people against me. They could have made me teeth crooked as well on top. They crossed them over. And they did it with a mallet. And they did that to make me look ugly because I said things that went against their religion. I was going to die, basically. They don't want people to know that. You know, they themselves know that, but they don't want their servants to know they're going to die because they want them to work for nothing, basically. It's interesting. So it's a very bad system we have here. But that's the system. And the next picture will be the oscilloscope. And I'll have to do that separately because I can't show it at the same time. here is the trace. Over here on the right hand side is the oscilloscope trace. It's rather noisy today. There's some activity going somewhere, and I'm just going to fire the button. It's sort of armed. It's armed, so fire the button and see what happens. There's no neutron traces there. And notice, there was one. That's right. I can't hold it, but it is there. And I shall try and put it on single sweep and see if I can catch it. The single sweep is difficult because it's actually quite a difficult thing to get. Because it's actually much higher than the ice, so it should still always get a trigger probably. That actually goes straight away. Goes not straight away, so you can't get it to wait. So I have to increase the voltage here. And just see if that hold it. Right. That's right. Just wait for a while. I can make it wait for a while. I'll do it again. There it is. So there's the strap. There it is. You've got double frequency that is. But if I change that scale to channel 2, channel 1 was the trigger, so the trigger was on channel 1. And move that down. There it is. You can see it now. That's 100 millivolts. So I don't know why it went negative. That's puzzling because it shouldn't go negative. But it's supposed to be a neutron blast, but it could be interference. That points to interference, that negative stripe down there. So although it's AC coupled, so it's just a false. That's false. And it couples. It's false. So it's just a circuit. So it's AC coupled to a capacitor in it. So I know what the frequency is. So it's the altitude. It's 100, 200, 400 millivolts. Well, I don't know what that means because we don't have calibration at all. And that's in the green is the green light. And pulse width, sort of pulse width. It's the pulse is actually 100 microseconds of division. That's 100 microseconds. So it's actually only a few microseconds. I can't measure it, but I haven't got the right sort of oscilloscope. And let's look at the top one. You can see the pulse in the top one. Which is, you can see it there as well. That's what triggered it. That's what triggered it. The same pulse, there's a one. I don't realise this. But it's actually a different amplitude to the top one. But that's what triggered it. So that's the trigger point there, and so this is the preceding pulse and the main pulse and through this one. So something's happening. So that should be a neutron blast, but it's very, very fine, very short. And that's when the high voltage goes through. Interesting. And I don't know what it means, mind you. I wonder if I don't think I can get this to mean anything. Maybe it's just read it, because it reads it on the fly. But I thought it doesn't work unless you're running it. So I've got a trace, and but it's not starting up. If it starts up, you get a continuous pulse of those. It's not working. Not working. And there's not much I can do about it. I don't want to go another one if it doesn't work at that point. But it should be running on deuterium, so The cost of deuterium is too high for me to bother with it. I do have a deuterium tube there, but I'm not going to put it in. It's actually quite complicated to put it in because you have to, the electrodes fall off and stuff. But it doesn't fit in properly. Just in the tube, but it isn't actually active on the tube. But it could just be interference, you know, with the oscilloscope. That's the trouble. It is screened, but and if I had the trace of the oscilloscope on the high voltage, I can see it. But I need an extra read. I'll do that on Wednesday. I haven't afforded it then. You can see the setup behind me. There's the transfusor there, which is an 80,000 ton resonance coil, which is open circuit connected to the ends of the pipe with the gas in it. And there's the jump starter there, and there's the signal wire. This is the deuterium detector here, there's the oscilloscope. And so I'm not going to show that, but and now I'm going to show what I can't connect the oscilloscope to it at the moment because I haven't got a long enough oscilloscope lead, and I will have to get an extension to the leads I've got already, which is only a plug, join two VNCs together. I can probably get it Wednesday. They're not very expensive. The overvoltage control is supposed to cut in at about it's about 7,000 volts, I think it was. And since it's supposed to reach 40,000 volts, that's reasonable. So it's actually stopping it reaching 40,000 volts. And I may take that out so it doesn't reach it. So that's taking off a wire. So it's no longer connected. And that might make a difference. I'll do that next. Okay. I'm now going to try the one without the overvoltage cutout. Bring this down to the one is now up to 100 millivolts, and on stage where it is 132 millivolts. Okay, so just reset. Reset. That's it. Okay. So now I've got to see that. 100 millivolts. I'll switch it over to the other camera so that's it. I need something in here. Okay, so I've got to reset it. That is what's somewhere. I'm going to change the scale. I'm going to change the scale now to of the channel 2, which is something I can see the voltages. It's actually down there. It's as I say, it's the channel 1, channel 2 is what we called it. Channel 2 is 100 millivolts. Is a big negative excursion. That's probably interference because it's in the same place as it's actually, that's interference. You'll see the pickup between the spike, which is the current flowing, and the fall of that, which has followed it. So that's pickup. But these pulses here and here are not, and these pulses up here are not. I know this is, of course, this is neutron blast, isn't it? So why should go negative? But it's probably interference. Probably pick up from the electronic pickup from the connector and the thing, and that's all the frequency. It's not given, frequency not given. It's then Price time 32 microseconds, full time 1 microsecond. Actually, not very much. I'll put that back on there. You can see it. If I bring it up to channel 1, I'll put that on 100 millivolts as well. It's the same. It's the same. So that's the result. Those traces are from the neutron detector. The neutron detector is obviously reading up something else as well, like neutrons. It's got a negative spike. All the neutrons are positive spikes. So we can easily screen that out with diode. But I'm not getting pulses forever. Let's see how far I'm just with a scale. I'm trying to change the time this. You can't do this like this, you can't record it this like that. So there's, I think it's actually, this is the first pulse, second pulse, third pulse, and then on. And these two pulses, so that's 100, so that's the scale, it's 100 milliseconds, so it's 100 there, 200, about 250 microseconds, 250 microseconds, which if I do a calculation on my calculator, if I've got it, find it, 200 microseconds, you want the frequency of the reciprocal. It's important, I can't do that in a minute. 200 E minus 3, and take the reciprocal. Ouch. Okay. 1 divided by 200 E minus 3, 5. Only 5 hertz. 5 hertz. 5 hertz. It's actually quite low frequency. 5 hertz. So that means that the oscillator is going at 5 hertz and not 700. My original calculation was it was going at the oscillator was going at 200 hertz, it was going at 700 hertz. This is only 5 hertz. That's much lower. I think that's right. So is that right? 100 microseconds. 100 microseconds. Sorry, it's 100 microseconds. 200 E minus 6. And it's actually actually 5,000. 5 kilohertz. It's 5 kilohertz, not 5 hertz. 5 kilohertz, which is 5 kilohertz is more. It has a higher frequency than I was expecting, but it's twice the frequency of the oscillator. So divided by 2 gives me 2,500 hertz for the oscillator. So the actual spike comes at each quarter cycle, doesn't it? It's through the quarter cycle. So it's four of them every cycle. Starting in by 2. It's not the right frequency because I'm measuring the frequency of the car. The resonant frequency was 700 hertz, and it's going much faster. So I must have done the frequency measurement wrong. It's a different thing. So if it's going when the oscillations on the car go, it's going every so often. And if I had the trace of the oscillator and the resonant car, I can see it. You can see the pulses coming at the right time. But that hasn't started off. I need a different fuel. And probably a shielding to stop the neutrons coming, because that's neutron cast. I don't know how many neutrons, but quite narrow blast. Something, so it's not exploding suddenly. It should be harsher. I think harsher, but if I can get, I feel I could buy those Harshman tubes, but those in different size now, because different size tube now. But Harshman tubes, and put those inside instead with the electrodes on there, just couple on these high voltage gets into one side, and that should do it. Okay, so that's it. I'll now do the other test where I did it in the dark, and I'll just do it in the dark. Switch over to the other camera, and you see, and now I'm going to turn the lights up. Turn the lights up a bit of a time, and should be able to see the flash if it's there. If there is a flash, you should be able to see it. But it's going to get this right system. There's a flash. Still a flash. I don't know where that is. But it's a flash. But it's less powerful than before. So it is different. Just put it again. And my lights. So that completes the test. I can't. So the next test is put this oscilloscope on the car to see the movements of the oscillations of the car. So it is an improvement on that one, but it's interesting. It's not doing exactly what I wanted, but I wanted to start up, which is much more interesting, because I use Harshman, that's got deuterium in it. So Harshman probably do. So if I buy a Harshman tube, I think you think that £80 each, you see, that's the problem. And unless they're filled with air, they're £70 each, so there's no point putting them in air, because I've got that already. I can bring the pressure down a bit more. I've got some more pumps coming, and once I get those, I get the pressure down. That might make a difference. That's more in atmospheric pressure, because the pressure will go up again. I can't run it at low pressure all the time, because the noise the pump makes, it's in a screen box, it still makes a noise. And people don't like it. And these pulses reduce interference on the television and radio, little crackles, which I don't like. So I try to do it late at night when they're not watching. And I'm now going to demonstrate on the other camera. I'm going to switch over the camera a minute. That's the wrong one. I'm now going to flash it. There's just a tiny dot of light, just there, which is the power supply ready light, and now I'm for the flash. You see, there's the flash of the discharge, which is, I'm sure it is sparking to Earth. That's what it's doing. I don't know where that flash is. It's actually something. It's actually the over. That is the over voltage control. So over voltage is triggering. It's important safeguard, but it's not doing anything. Well, that completes the test for tonight, and it's now 11 o'clock. So we'll watch television until 12, and then go to bed. I've actually locked the door, front door, and I try to block it so they can't get in, we can get in. And I've locked the letterbox because they've got a wire in and pulled the latch down, so they can open it. I probably get a locking box, but that stops them coming in when I'm here. It doesn't stop them coming when I'm not here because they've got the keys. But they shouldn't come in because there's no disabled persons label on the house because I'm not disabled, and there's no key safe, so they shouldn't be able to get in without a key. But I know I've left it with a neighbour who I trust, hopefully. But so unfortunately they could come in, but it's necessary to allow people in because you never know what's going to happen. If the police had a key, they wouldn't have done so much damage because the neighbours did have a key. But well, maybe they weren't in. The police thought I was dying, which is possible because I do have a lethal condition and I could suddenly die. But well, it'll be too late anyway. And I was actually talking about stress. And they recognised the symptoms of raising blood pressure. But I was worried about my wife in Hungary who'd run out of money and she urgently wanted it. And I was worried about how I got it. And then as soon as I started talking, I got a credit card to a letterbox and I was able to pay her. So she would go to a hotel, clean up. That relaxed me. And as I say, I think she's now got lodgings down there in this foreign country because she's a foreigner and she's not in her own country, but she speaks the same language. She speaks German and she's getting better. She was a German speaker and now she's getting better as she can speak German. And she's confused with the names, because Munich is called München over there, all sorts of funny things. But Austria is called something else, a foreign name. But I recognise it means Austria, so she's all right. So she should be right. She's in shelter. She's got a flat, and I think she's on welfare because I'm giving her money for food, but I can't really afford a flat. I don't know how much they are. I'm giving her £30 a week, which is not very much, but it's enough for food. And if I get more money, I can send more. And she said she would request I go and stay there. But I have to clear that with the people who control my money. And they may not want me out of the country, especially Germany, because there's a legend that I'm Hitler's son. I'm not actually interested in reproducing his murders or gassing anybody. Nothing to do. I was brought up as English, but there's some nasty skeletons in the British cupboard, but I really won't take any notice of them. Anyway, but they don't want those revealed. And what I recall was I was shot down in 1942. So I was about 20 when I was shot down. So, and I was on a mission to kill Churchill, as I was going to do. The idea was to drop down to Central Rome, but the plane didn't get that far. Shot brought down by Spitfire. But I bailed out before the Spitfire had been fired, so I survived. And well, I hid. Actually. I wanted to defect, actually. I did have that intention, but it was difficult those times. I've never trusted the Germans. And I don't know quite what happened, but I must have been captured. But they brainwashed me to think I was a child. I'm not quite sure. I may have grown into a child. I may have been a child. I'm not quite sure. But I remember being small. It's all very confusing because the mind is interfered with. And because they kept telling me I was 12 and I thought I was 20. It's awful. And I remember, and it's still doing it. They said, well, I'm now 30. But to actually look 30. I don't know what I've got grey hair. But if I was born in 1923, I'm actually about, what is that? To calculate the calculations. That's 19, so it's now 2014. minus 1923 is actually 91 or 91. That's a little bit unlikely, but the poisons they give me when my hair white and grey and fall out. So that has amazed me as well. They poisoned me, but I think now, well, I'm still on the poison, but less of a dose. I don't know what's going on. My body doesn't. I'm getting old, and I have blood pressure problems and so on, which is pretty normal at 91. So, but I'm beauty is skin deep, and I'm not beautiful, but you see what I mean. So I don't know what I am. I'm very confused. But I'm trying to reproduce this engine they had during the war, before the war, and which was bombed to pieces by the British, quite understandably, because they were terrified. But we don't know what it was. It could make a difference. If it runs into terrible, I'm going to terrible. That should be stopped for somebody else. Somebody else needs to raise the deuterium level. Get deuterium. To say hydrogen might do. I can't get a hydrogen tube, but it wouldn't last long if it starts up, because there's not much hydrogen in it. If it's down at 5 torr, which is actually fair low pressure. That's what the formula says about pressure. But as I say, they're coming out, because the Nazi machine, that's working at atmospheric pressure with air. So that must be a different kettle of fish, but it's probably just a high voltage coil and quite a big coil, a big current. And how he does it, I don't know, but it's to do with that. So there's the evidence, so you can't see it now, but neutron pulses. Something's happening.